With The Last of Us Part 1's remake having been recently released, it made me want to relive this beautiful and miserable tale once again. Now I'm not about to dump $70 on this shiny new PS5 upgrade. I don't see a point to that. A lot of you may disagree with me, but the remaster already looks incredible. And you could find it for under $20 nowadays. I saw it the other day in Walmart's discount bin. Get that one instead. But having played through it a couple times in a row, there's certain things I've noticed. And now that I've seen them, I cannot unsee them. And it makes this game so much dumber than I remember it being. You've got this guy Joel over here, right? This grizzled and hardened old man, someone who made it through the apocalypse and has lived through all these years of hell. This is supposed to be a person that is a seasoned and experienced survivalist. But apparently, he's a complete moron. He's just out there casually munching on 20-year-old candy bars he finds in abandoned convenience stores. Or cracking open rusty cans of God knows what to fill up his health bar. Or worse yet, he's just swiping random pills he finds scattered throughout in order to upgrade himself? Now these are things I didn't realize when I first played this game years ago. But when I stopped to think about it, if this is how he went about things, there is no way he would have survived any of this, much less been alive long enough to help Ellie out on her journey. He would have long died of dysentery, or a bad drug interaction, or gotten some deadly brain parasite because he's swimming through still sewer water. This man is an idiot. And don't even get me started on the combat. Now, I'm not going to say much about the gunfights with the humanoid enemies because this is a video game problem and not something exclusive to The Last of Us. Of course, the protagonist Joel is going to be an unstoppable bullet sponge, but wrapping a little bit of tape around your forearm is not going to stop the blood from gushing out of that bullet hole in your head. So let's move on from there until video games somehow fix this problem. My real issue is with your interactions with the infected. Now these infected are the product of a fungal infection. Okay, cool enough, I like it. It's a unique take on the zombie apocalypse premise, but the way they went about things is all sorts of wrong. There's certain sections in the game where it's completely overrun with spores in the air, and you need a gas mask to make it through. You get to the other side, you take off that gas mask, take a nice deep breath, like, I made it. I have such a problem with this. As someone that just months ago had to leave their apartment and find a new place because a leak caused mold buildup in the drywall, that's not how things work. Within a week, everything was completely covered in spores. You would not be able to take off this mask, and you would have to burn your clothes and cleanse your entire body, any area that may have come into contact. Because if not, the moment you take that thing off, guess what, buddy? You're a zombie monster now. And anywhere you walk, you are going to contaminate everyone else. But that's not even my biggest problem with it.
Show it to me.
My real issue is, they bite you, you turn.
Oh, crap.
Zombies, it's what they do. We all know that. Brains. That's how it works. So why on earth is this man punching these things in the face with his bare fists? He's just out there strutting around like some cool guy with his stupid flannel rolled up to his bicep, fending them off as they charge at him, face first, using his exposed forearm? You mean to tell me he couldn't, I don't know, cut some tires into chunks and made some sort of makeshift gauntlet, reappropriated some shin guards he looted from a sporting goods store? Something? Anything? No, no, no. And it's not just Joel doing this. It seems to be everyone. Even Bill, the hyper-paranoid type, isn't wearing some sort of protective hand gear. Maybe he's got something underneath that fancy jacket of his, but there's no telling. And I'm pretty sure those fancy little gloves of his aren't going to do all that much to protect him. Honestly, this is a guy I would expect to be wearing medieval armor out there. It's absolutely ridiculous. And every time I got into some melee showdown with these zombie monsters, it aggravated me. He's just there, going toe-to-toe with them, all Muhammad Ali, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Well, guess what? It's gonna sting like a fucking bitch when you miss one of those punches, cut your hand on these things' teeth, and that's it. It's all over for you. You've got some mushrooms coming out of your ears. It makes absolutely no sense. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm just nitpicking. It could be that I played this game one too many times in a row, and now I'm starting to notice all these little inconsistencies. Which, to be honest, I could do about any game that I play. But for such an excellent story, set in such a well-realized world, it feels as if the developers didn't pay anywhere near as much attention to the gameplay side of things, which is where I've always had a problem with these games. These are such simple solutions. Joel knows he's about to face a bunch of marauders in his trip across the country. He could have very easily picked up a bulletproof vest from one of the soldiers that he kills right at the beginning of the game. Joel shouldn't be eating random food he finds in people's houses. There's wildlife out there. You could have added a simple mechanic where you shoot a deer or a rabbit and crafted yourself some jerky. It would fit right in with this pointless upgrade and crafting system, which I can't stand. It completely breaks the flow of the game and has you searching through random drawers when you could just be moving forward, but it fits right in with the mechanic, so why not? And, my goodness, why isn't he protecting himself just a little bit better against getting bitten? He should know this by now, but he doesn't do it. And when you notice it, it takes away from the realism that Naughty Dog is trying to portray in their games, and makes this game just a little bit worse than it could have been.
I swear.
Fix these things, please. Deal with it before The Last of Us Part 3, which I don't think you should make because this story is over. But you just know it's going to happen. It's inevitable. This is a very successful franchise. Why not keep making more money from it? Now you may watch this video and all you get out of it is that I don't really like this game. And I'm just looking for reasons to complain about it so I could take a big old dump all over it. That is just not the case. I'll admit, when I first played this game years ago, I didn't much care for it. Since then, it's actually become one of my favorite games. Which is why I'm probably this critical about these little nothings. And who knows? Maybe someone at Naughty Dog will end up randomly stumbling upon this video, take notice of these things, and do something about them for this Part 3, making it that much better. Stranger things have happened. Maybe some good could come out of this pointless little rant. Whatever. This has been Zosneral. Now don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell for more great content and all that other nonsense. Just go appease the algorithm. Make me famous. I gotta go. I have a headache. Maybe I'll find some ibuprofen or something in some abandoned building somewhere.